Brown. The Scottsdale fans don't like that call, but the Cardinal fans clapping, making some noise. That was the right call, Chuck. Luna had a wide open layup, and Scottsdale comes in and commits the foul. So John Luna will go back to the free throw line. Foul on number 32, Jeremy Brown. As Brown picks up his third, and Luna will be at the line to shoot two. His first shot, nothing but the bottom of the net. Second shot, it's up, it's good. 51-30. Matt Hoover steals the ball in the inbounds play, hands it over to Luna, and John Luna lays it up and in. The big long arms of Matt Hoover coming up with that basketball, Chuck. Matt Hoover just stole the inbounds pass and just handed it over to John Luna, and Luna up with an easy basket. Up ahead for BJ. BJ misses her slam. Scottsdale coming away with a basketball. Scottsdale for three, shot no good. Luna up with a basketball, up ahead for BJ. BJ misses the layup, Hoover with a follow. And Scottsdale coming out with it. And BJ looks like he might have pulled a muscle or something, Chuck. BJ's got a lid on that basket on his end, I think. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score, Adamsville 53, and the Scottsdale Lions 30. We'll take a 60-second break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back to bring you the fourth quarter. Welcome back, sports fans, to fourth quarter action as the fourth quarter gets underway here from Scottsdale. Scottsdale with a basketball, Eric Hampton. Almost travel. The Lions working over for Brian Ivy. Back over for Hampton. Hampton tries to make a move inside. The shot won't go down. Sidler up with a rebound, and Sidler's going to be fouled underneath, I believe, by Chad White. 54, Michael Clary picks up the foul. And Chuck, with a 23-point lead, Coach Greg Martin sends in 5 new players to start the fourth quarter. I like that. Scottsdale works it in bounds. Out top for number 11, James Hart. Hart tries to go baseline. Ball stripped away and stolen by John Hoover. And Hoover loses the handle on it. Tony Engel gets it back for the Cardinals. Up ahead for Chad White. White off the glass. Give it to him. Basket by Chad White. Bubba Hoover almost up with a steal. Clary almost up with a steal. Outside for Hampton, he'll shoot a three. Too hard, John Hoover with a rebound. Hoover works it across the timeline, up ahead for Chad White. Down low for Tony Engel, inside for Michael Clary. And Clary fouled by number 20, Eric Hampton. Beautiful ball movement by the Cardinals, Chuck, and they just taking it underneath whenever they get ready now. Well, the Cardinal depth getting to the lines here in this second half as Coach Martin using a lot of players. And you can tell these Scottsdale guys need to blow, Chuck. Number 32, Jeremy Brown, back in for Scottsdale as he replaces number 11, James Hart. And Michael Clary at the line to shoot 2 for the Cardinals. Clary's free throw, it's up and it's good. Clary, second shot, no good, and Sidler takes away the rebound for Scottsdale. Now they pass to Hampton. Hampton across the timeline. Over for Brian Ivy. Back outside for Hampton. Over to Jeremy Brown. Mayo. Hello. Hello. Mayo. Hello. Is the sound back on?
No. Oh, there we go.
Did he say anything? Mayo.
He said hang it up and he'll call you back.
He said he'd call us back? He said he'd call us back?
Yeah.
Hey, we lost it. Somebody unplugged us down there. I guess not. All right, you ready to hook us back? Okay. For Scotts Hill, he'll shoot one-on-one. Free throw, no good. Michael Cleary up high to bring down the rebound. Works it over to Chad White. White working across the timeline for Tracy Carter. Down low for John Massey. Massey's shot, no good. Chad White with a follow. And a nice rebound and a stick back by Chad White. Chuck caught the ball in midair and just put it up, didn't even come down. And if Seth Massey's listening up in Nashville, we want to say hi to him. His little brother in the ball game now, so we may get to talk about John Massey. Eric Hampton's shot no good. Bubba Hoover up high for the rebound. Down low for John Massey. Massey off the glass. Up and in. John Massey give the assist to John Hoover. As that thing rolled around the rim about 3 times, Chuck, and fell through.
We're getting up the girls couldn't get the first
And we're so far ahead, we took the referees out of the game. John Massey up.
They've given up. They know it can't do it.
John Massey up high to pull down the rebound for the Cardinals. Over to John Hoover. Down low for John Massey off the glass. Shot up and in. Another rimmer by John Massey as it takes about 2 trips around the rim and finally falls through. John's going to be a good player, Chuck. Steal by Tracy Carter. Up ahead for John Hoover. And then the ball stolen away by Scotts Hill. Tracy Carter almost steals it back from the Cardinals. And then Michael Cleary going to be called for a reach-in foul. 3:29 left to play. The Cardinals 64, Scotts Hill 32. And Coach Martin going even deeper to his bench as he sends in George Root, Stephen Moore, Dexter Chambers, along with Tracy Carter and John Massey. And Chuck, everybody getting some playing time tonight. That keeps your team happy. Eric Hampton to the free throw line. His shot, it's up and it's good. And Chuck, I don't care if you don't get them in for just a minute. It's good to get them in a game situation in front of all these fans and let them play some basketball. Hampton's second shot is up and good. 64-34, a 30-point lead for the Cardinals. As Tracy Carter brings it across the timeline over for Stephen Moore. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Scotts Hill. And Coach Greg Martin saying, Stephen, you should have went with a lower pass. A bounce pass would have been perfect. Dexter Chambers will work it inbounds for the Cardinals. Inbounds the ball to Tracy Carter. Carter out near half court. Back over to Dexter Chambers. Over for George Root. Over for Tracy Carter. Carter dumping it down low for Massey. Massey's shot no good. Stephen Moore with a follow. Puts it up and in. Stephen Moore with a nice follow, Chuck. Shot by Scotts Hill, no good. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Scotts Hill. It'll go back to the Cardinals. With 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. Carter from the free throw line. Shot no good, and John Massey going to be called for coming over the back. And John says, I did it. I want to say hi to John's grandparents, Mr. Henry Dodd, Miss Ruby Dodd, and Miss Margie Massey, and they listen to all the games, and we appreciate them tuning in. Seth is going to school up at David Lipscomb at Nashville. He was telling me the other night, Chuck, that he drove down the interstate about 30 miles and was able to pick up K93. Just outside of Nashville, he pulled over and listened to the ball game on the radio.
I don't know if the weather was just right or what, but I called him on the other side of
When people say, how do you know it's K93? When you hear people, you know, voices on there, you know, don't you, Chuck? Cardinals with a basketball after Scotts Hill makes 2 free throws. And then the ball going to be stolen away by James Hart. Hart tries to take it all the way. Reverse layup up and in. James Hart. Nice move by James Hart. And the Cardinals try to go with a long pass to Massey. And just over his outstretched arms, it'll be going over to Scotts Hill. I hear you, Mel.
Well, I couldn't get it on the way back, coming back.
You know, there's some stations that you can't even hear when you get out of city limits, but K93, I'll tell you what, they got a big signal. Scotts Hill with a basketball. As they try to take it inside, kick it back out for Brown. Brown will shoot a 3, no good. Dexter Chambers up high to pull down the rebound. Outlet pass to George Root. Root double team, and then has the ball stripped away and stolen by Scotts Hill. Hart down low for number 12, Richard White. White lays it off the glass. 66-40 the score. With 1:50 left to play. Scotts Hill up with another steal. Up to James Hart. And Hart lays it up and in. And then a foul call on number 32, Jeremy Brown. He sure has, Chuck. He does some of those no-look passes and behind the back, and he's connected on most of them. George Root will be at the free throw line for the Cardinals to shoot 1-on-1. Let's go, George. George Root, a 5'7" sophomore. Free throw is no good. Massey keeps it alive, and then Scotts Hill comes up with it as they work it ahead to Jeremy Brown. Brown pulls up and shoots a 3. It's an air ball. And the Cardinal fans let them know about it, Chuck. The ball goes over to the Cardinals as Tracy Carter slowly walks it across the timeline with 1:14 to play. Cardinals working over in the corner for Dexter Chambers. And then a backcourt violation called against the Cardinals. So give it back to Scotts Hill, side front court, with 1:07 to play. And the Cardinals enjoying a 24-point lead. And Chuck, we could have beat them by 50 points. We hadn't had the starters in the whole fourth quarter. Fall away jumper by number 50, Brandon Williams. It's up and it's good. And then a jump ball. Possession arrow Cardinals. Clock down to 45 seconds. Adamsville with a 22-point lead, 66-44. Root dumps it down low for Massey, off the glass. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. And last touch by the Cardinals. It'll go back to Scotts Hill. Clock down to 37 seconds. As Scotts Hill works the